Happy New Year, boys and girls. Welcome back to another Dagonet Gaming ASMR stream. Today's stream will be discussing 500 resolutions that I've put together for 2024. Today we're going to be doing Chad Fist, my monk, and he's going to be leveling to level 40 in A Realm Reborn. The questions we're going to answer are, will he down his next Primal? Will he be pounded to dust under that Primal's foot? Will he get a new pair of jeans? We'll find out in a moment. Stay tuned. Got to start out the year without the mic on, of course. I'm used to that by now. Happy New Year! Hey, it's Dag, and I'm here in Eorzea today, and I wanted to start out the new year with talking a little bit about resolutions and goals and stuff like that. So, as most of you know, I'm a fairly new streamer. I've been doing this since August, September. I started actually doing it seriously in September. And so I ended up spending the last quarter of the year trying to learn how all the software, trying to learn how to do the streams, how to set things up. It was interesting, but I enjoyed doing it on stream. And I actually have met some pretty cool people so far. And that's kind of the reason I decided to start doing this. Talking about New Year's resolutions. So I wanted to talk a little bit about what I have planned for the stream. One of the things that I'm exploring at the moment is how best to kind of spread the word about what I do. My whole notion is that I'm not a usual gamer. I mean, you guys are used to having someone come in and say, this is the best way to do the game. Here's your min-max. Here's how you set up your character. Here is the best way to go out and obliterate everything. We're going to do PvP and, hey, headshot and all that fun stuff. And it's like, there are plenty of other gamers out there that you can go and watch, and you can go look at YouTube and find stuff to research. So I encourage you to go, and if you're looking for something like that, it was nice seeing you. Hit follow if you're interested in following a guy that actually just likes to play. I am looking at possibly doing multi-streaming for this year. So I learned a long time ago, don't set resolutions, because when you fail, you will feel horrible and it'll put you in a spin tail depression and et cetera, et cetera. It's like, oh, I'm a failure and blah, blah, blah. No. Do your goals. Because goals are something that you can continue to work towards, and if you don't necessarily achieve the goal, you can do incremental steps towards it. And so that's what I've learned over my 63 years to set. So here are my goals for 2024. I'm looking at multi-streaming. I haven't figured out, first of all, whether I'm going to try it. I probably will try it. I haven't figured out what platforms either. The whole idea is like, spread some word and get some love from other platforms. And, I think Twitch will probably continue to be my main platform, but for the foreseeable future. But I want to see what the other platforms have to offer, if anything. The other thing I was thinking of doing is I want to try to set up a website, and I've been exploring the best opportunities for being able to do that. One of the things I had wanted to do a few years ago, and I've set that as a goal for this year, is to teach myself Photoshop. And I am not going to drop $725 for a suite of products that I probably will never learn to use properly. And so I'm looking at something like Photop as a Photoshop option. And I'd love to learn how to do Photo P and do photo manipulations and change things and do stuff like that. And then, of course, improving my DaVinci Resolve skills, because I do all my editing for YouTube in DaVinci Resolve. So anyway, for the goals of this stream, that's kind of what I'm headed towards this year. Personal goals, I'm going to be trying to stop eating sugar because I ate entirely too much of that crap during the holidays. And I ballooned up to a weight that I'm not going to disclose because my cardiologist would have a heart attack. And my wife is going to be retiring this year. So our goals there is support her through that transition because I've been through it and it is not what you expect. It's not like you wake up one day and go, oh, I don't have anything to do. This is great. It's more like you wake up and it's like, oh my God, I don't have anything to do. What am I going to do with myself? Now, let's talk about what's going on with Chad because Chad here was the last stream I did with Final Fantasy, and he ended up being on screen for only 20 minutes, and we lost our power. Dab stab in the middle of doing this quest line, and I couldn't finish it because everything just like died on me. He is doing a quest right now where he's out in the shore area. I forget what the name of this place is, but he's looking at trying to talk to all of these heroes that were previously had attacked this particular elemental boss that I'm going to be most likely tackling today. And they threw this big banquet for them. So I need to go talk to these 5 guys because that's what I'm been required to do. So Brave Flocks, Owl Talks, Fish Scoff, Goodly Uplander must be facing Mighty Rockman with clever fighty think. Gobby Flock cannot be coming to rescue this time. Okay. Well, I got 2 of those guys down. You can see I was in the middle of talking to one of them when everything died on me. All right, here's another one. Landonell. Oh, this guy. He's a real sweetheart. Chad, you brave fool. Promise me that when you meet Titan, you'll look him in the eye and tell him Landonell sends his regard. I'll think about that. All right. Then we got the... Yes, okay. We got the dancers. I got another couple people to talk to up here. Wise Cat. You are blessed with the fortitude to rival the earth itself. Titan will struggle to break you, I think. Hopefully not. And Udonon. You are a veteran of countless battles, Chad. This is the guy that rolls his R's, too. This is but one more. Trust in your experience and you will prevail. Okay, I've got all those guys. Now I gotta talk to you. Stola. Hi. Cutscene. You are kind to indulge them, Chad. This banquet is as much of the for the company as it is for you, whatever they may claim. Yeah, okay. I do not deny that they mean well, but now is scarcely the time for celebration. Though they have all but pronounced you the victor, the battle with Titan has yet to begin. The hour has come for a good captain to make good on his promise. You must speak with him again. I can't partake in the banquet, so I will drink my coffee while I'm doing this. Quest complete. What do I do next? Go talk to the captain, I gather. Hello, Captain Wise Cat. Or Wise Cat? Wise Cat? Wise Cat? Wise Cat. Wise Cat truly intends to tell you how you may face Titan this time. You must be eager to face Titan as promised. We will show you the way. Travel to Bronze Lake in Upper Nocia. There you will meet with Roll, another man who once served with the company. To ensure this knowledge does not fall into the wrong hands, he will remain in hiding until you have given the correct signal. Give me your map. You must whistle loudly at the 3 locations I mark. Only then will he appear to meet you at his 4th location. Realize this may seem excessive now, but you will see that it is more than reasonable once you comprehend the risks inherent in our method. I need to figure out where I'm headed. Whistle loudly at the designated locations. This is all back at Camp Bronze Lake, and I have never been there. So I need to go to where? Oh, well, that one's unattuned. This one's unattuned. Is there a location where I can actually get there? Well, I'm in Wineport's close. So I guess I'm going to have to travel to Wineport and then run over. Okay, I get it. Get on my mount here. So I'm going to go out the gate. Oh, do I have anything to sell or repair? Do I have anyone to do that with? Not here. Okay, we'll look at it someplace else. Get on my chicken and ride. So we'll go up on top of the village here. There's one destination. Oop. If I can get my chicken over there. I whistled loudly. You just couldn't hear it. There's another destination up there. Oh, I did whistle. Yay! Where's the last one? Oh, I need to check in with the Chocobo Keep. Hello. No, nothing, but I need to attune here. And now I need to go up there, so climb the stairs over here. This reminds me of a restaurant that I used to go to. Everyone would take their dates for prom there. Oh, you'd have to ride a cable car. Oh, there's the guy I need to talk to. Raul. Hi, Raul. Greetings, mate. Might you be the one Captain said would be coming calling? I thought so. Pay attention now, because I ain't explaining myself twice. Okay. Raul's waiting for you to give him your undivided attention. Like I have a choice, because it's a cutscene. All right, sir. Years ago, when we was weighing up how to get to Titan, one of our scouts stumbled across this beastman, Aetheryte, see? Huh? Eh? What's that look for? Not familiar with him? Ishtola, you following me again? He speaks of unamplified Aetheryte, which has been claimed by a beast tribe. Lest you wonder, there is no fundamental difference between such Aetherites and those which you have used on countless occasions, Chad. Ah, well, if it ain't the Charlatan lass, welcome back. Yeah. If you haven't figured it out, I can't pronounce any of these names. Forgive me for interrupting. I had planned to await your report, but I succumbed to curiosity. Okay. The tunnels beneath Ogomaro form a bewildering labyrinth that no outsider has ever fully explored. How the company of heroes managed to navigate it is a mystery I have long pondered. Ha, give us a bit of credit, love. We weren't daft enough to go try going in the front. The kobolds are always digging new tunnels and filling the old ones with traps. One wrong step, and next thing you know, you've got 100 tons of rock on your noggin. Suicide to even try, see? Funny thing the kobolds didn't seem to have no trouble finding their way around. And it was that as got us thinking. I mean, Ogoro mine are like a bleeding city, ain't they? And getting around the city that big would be a right pain in the arse if you didn't have an aetheryte, wouldn't it? So to stand to reason that the kobolds must have one, didn't it? Even if there were aetheryte shards in the depths of Olgomaro, you would have needed to attune yourself to them before you could identify their signatures within the live stream. Yes, of course. Well, that's where you're wrong, love. We had a Charlayan bloke to help us see. Delivered us right into the Titan's bedchamber, he did. I don't rightly know how he did it, but I do remember him saying it weren't nothing any Charlayan scholar worth her salt couldn't manage. Did he now? Locating a beacon in the absence of a known signature might be possible if the aetherytes in question happen to be, yes. But in order to guide a traveler to said beacon safely, a second party would be required to, It is possible in theory at least, yet I cannot be certain until I try. Plainly, all will depend upon whether or not I am worth my salt. You are, lass. Don't you worry about that. Have a bit of faith in yourself. Why don't we all go to Zelma's Run and take a closer look at the aetheryte? It ain't far, though there's sure to be a few kobolds blocking the way. Not ya can't handle, mind. All right. Go after these guys. Little meditation first. Got my wind-up Barts. I don't know what the wind-up Barts is. I wish I knew some of the backtails for the wind-up airship. There we go. I got one more guy to take out. I actually don't... Well, yeah, because you get close enough. Now I can play with the aetheryte. Although I should have probably stood behind it, because these guys will res and they'll start beating on me. So this is the aetheryte the company of heroes used to gain access to Titan's sanctuary. It is as Papalamo speculated. In its present state, this aetheryte signal will not be strong enough for our purpose. I may, however, be able to use my own energies to amplify it. Alas, the task will monopolize my attention for the duration. It seems you'll have to proceed without me, Chad. I must needs remain here and supplement this beacon's power, lest you be denied your only path of escape. Well, whatever. Fear not, I will summon Maelstrom forces stationed nearby to protect us. With effort, it is possible that I may be able to stabilize the aetheryte's signal and thereby join you, albeit belatedly. Until such time as I do, you will be on your own. I don't know whether Chad's up for this. Now, let us see if I am worth my salt. I've located another beacon, one far below the mountain. I can only speculate as to what you will find there, so stint not in your preparation. Do I look like someone who will stint? The Navel is now accessible. A new regular duty has been added. I guess I get to go and play with my Navel. Oh, yes, of course. See, I told you they would come back and try to beat me up. I remember my group was all trying to figure out, okay, where do we stand in order to keep from getting beat up here. I was like, you stand behind... Oh, this guy too, huh? Yeah, they all res at the same time. The third one's probably going to res pretty quick here, so I'm going to have to take him out. Or might have to, if I don't get... Come here. There. I got my second wind. I'm ready. Enter the Navel with a party of NPCs. I guess that's my only option. So let's go do this. I think this is a one boss one. And I'm trying to remember... Hopefully the healer is good, because this one, you take damage and you can't avoid it. I get a kick out of these guys. They're all running around. They got sacks hanging from their something. Use defiled Titan sacred sanctuary. Trespassed, violated, defiled. Yes, you all look defiled to me. Overdwellers must leave. Overdwellers must fly. Well, I don't have flying yet, so I'm sorry. Brothers and sisters, fear him not. His fate shall be decided by the Lord of Crags. Okay. Hear me, Overdweller. You and your treacherous brethren must be held to account for the breaking of the covenant. You shall be first to face judgment, then Limsa, Lominsa, and her oathbreakers, liars, betrayers, oathbreakers. Oh, that's right. Oh, great Father, Lord of Crags, Titan, we summon you. Titan, we summon you. Oh, great Father, Lord of Crags, Titan, we summon you. Titan, we summon you. And here comes Titan. Groovy music, too. Boy, you're ugly. He is come, the Lord of Crags, Titan has come. Overdweller, art thou deaf to their weeping? The vile kind cometh with even the blessing of the land, and murdereth my children by the score, all in service to greed. Such sins are beyond pardon. Aye, but I am not the first to suffer thy defiance. Thou didst bring Ifrit low. Yeah, Ifrit was one of the other titans that I took out before him, so yeah. Okay, let's do this. Godless Overdweller, thy myriad heresies shall not go unpunished. Upon thee shall I wreak a terrible vengeance. Okay. He just might, too, because I don't remember all the mechanics. This should be fun. Okay, each time your party's defeated another something over one of the completion of the objectives. Okay. Let's get there. Sorry ass. Where's my... Turn him around, please. Two strike. Sand punch. Ooh, meditation. I gotta remember to... Oh, where'd he go? You can't go all the way out. Yeah, see. That's what I was afraid of. Wow. Oh. Now you can't go any further out, so you end up taking the hit anyway. Oh, get out of there. Don't stand with the shit. Oh, I gotta get this person out. I gotta find where the rest of my teammates are here. Titan's heart is shattered. Ooh. Some ugly stuff. Kick him in the knees. Get out of that. And don't stand in front of him, idiot. Don't stand behind him either. Oh, he's going down. See ya. Yes. Got him. The Lord of Crags, great father Titans have fallen. Yes. Let me put my hooks away. Oh, another crystal. I get to go comatose for a minute here. Oh, dude, crystal. The look on Chad's face is perfect for this. Okay, I've got 3. This is a 4th. So I got 2 more Titans I have to wipe out, I think. Or 2 more of the elementals. I forget what they call them. You guys know what they call them? I don't remember what they call them. The crimes of the overdweller shall never be forgiven. Never be forgotten. No, no, ever, never. Okay, whatever. 'Twas your kin who broke the covenant. We have acted only in defense of our lands. That's probably true. Cease your aggression, or never will there be peace. Until our dying breaths, we shall defy you. Deny, decry, defy. And off they run. Oh, and these guys get the, like, narrow. All right, now these are the readings one would expect of Icon. I have seen enough. We proceed as planned. All right, Nero. Are you sure that is wise, my lord? Your curiosity is untested and unproven. We do not yet know its true capabilities. Then trust in mine, Rita Hutton. My curiosity, as you so eloquently put it, would have bested Titan in the blink of an eye. Why, there be truth to the legends. It could readily subjugate the whole of Eorzea, given but a little longer, while longer. Is that not so? It is. This is Lehabrea. No greater single power has ever been conceived, much less realized. What you say may well be true, but while such devices may win battles, I do not believe they will serve to change the course of this war. But they will. Have a little faith, my friend. I cannot endorse this course of action. Okay, fine, bye. Fool, he says to himself. And now he has a fourth. Stone, we're talking, right? Crystal? Fascinating. Carry on, Crystal Bearer. Far though you may have come, your work is far from done. Yeah, I got 2 more. Uh-oh. He sensed Istola. Not remain to mark his passing. Well, the Asians are nothing if not elusive. It is of little wonder that they should cast advanced teleportation magics at will. But they would choose to consort with the Empire? What common goal could they possibly share? Did she teleport both of us out, hopefully? No, she came down to see me. I feared I might arrive too late, but I see you had the matter well in hand. And have taken measure to ensure that we are not pursued, yet I cannot say how long that they will hold. Take your leave while the kobolds are still in disarray. I will follow anon. There is something I must investigate before I depart. I will teleport you to the Aetheryte in Zelma's Run, and we will rendezvous at Camp Bronze Lake. Agreed? Sure. Teleport me out of here. Oh. There's no chest or anything for this. You just finish it. Oh, really? Come here. All right. I'm going to like hide right here and I will be back in a flash. So hang on, folks. I'll be right back.
We'll be awaiting your return at the Waking Sands. There is much to discuss. Godspeed. Thank heavens he is safe. Louisoire, do you see? Your light shines brightly in this one, and in time it will illuminate the realm once more. Oh!
Advance no further!
We have come for the one who slayed Ifrit and Titan. Bring him forth, or you shall know no mercy.
Confound it! Stay out of sight. I would leave a message with you. I surrender myself, on the condition you spare the innocents.
Conditions? There speaks the Supreme Sire. I'll grant you have courage, but you would be better served by armor.
Search all you will. The one you seek is not here.
So it would seem.
And yet you knew to look here. But how?
Hold that thought.
No!
Conditions of surrender denied.
Cease at once!
Have you not done enough?
Perhaps. Enough. We must away. Though we have not found our quarry, the High Priestess of the Scions should suffice for now. They say she also possesses the Echo. I cannot wait to hear her scream. I said enough! We leave. Bring the prisoners.
Okay, I'm back. Let's see. Where am I headed this time? I went out the wrong way, of course. Lund. I see that you decided to heed my advice. I pray that, in doing so, you found a small measure of peace. Pieces of 8 bodies, that wasn't very fun. The first carriage from Vesper Bay arrived not long ago, and we have begun preparing your comrades for burial. I had a hand in the initial rites, and I would like you to know that for many, death came quickly. Rest assured that we will treat them with the utmost respect and do everything we can to shepherd them to Thal's realm. And there I go. You know, didn't I get... I did get a chest. I've got to check to see what I have in there. Now, let's see if I got something that's better. I should have checked that before, huh? Okay, recommended gear. I got boar skin Hemants. I guess they're better. They don't look any different, but that's fine, whatever. Updated my monk set. Let's see what they look like. Just curious if they're any... They don't look as meaty as the other ones. I like the fingers on the others, but okay, whatever. I can still hit stuff, I guess. I'll just put it away. Sorry, sister. Sister Lund wishes you to discuss one of the scions who perished at the Waking Sands. Although we can perform rites for most of the scions, there is one whom we cannot accept. We would like you to return this one to her people, the Sylphs of Little Solace. It is only proper that she be given the care of her friends and family so that they may mourn her in accordance with the Sylphic traditions. And now I have to go back to Little Solace. And that's in, all the way to the Black Shroud. And Hawthorne Hut, yes. Take me there. There is a ton of travel in these. All over Timbuktu. Nine ivies. Don't have to worry about the giant gnats as they go buzzing around my head. This one is surprised to see walking one in Little Solace. How can these ones assist walking one? Gasp. Noroxia? I keep wanting to say Noxema. But this one does not understand. So I guess I have to explain it to her, huh? Oh, wah. Comuxio, this one has heard much wailing. This one would know what has caused such distress. Terrible news, Elder One. Awful news. Walking One has returned to Little Solace, but why? These ones have not requested further aid. Noxima, how did this happen? Explain everything to this one at once. So I have to explain it to her, too. So, not only Noroxia, but many of the Walking One's friends were lost as well? Noroxia, sob. Noroxia went to Thanalan at the behest of this one. Walking One was with Noroxia at the end. Tell this one Noroxia was brave. Tell this one that Noroxia did not suffer. Nope. This one is glad to hear Walking One's words. She got the crap kicked out of her, but yeah, she didn't suffer. Thank you for bringing Noroxia home, Walking One. This one also wishes to thank Praying Ones. Tell Praying Ones this one will remember this kindness. This one demands vengeance. Imperial Ones must pay. Imperial Ones must suffer. When the time comes for Walking Ones to face Imperial Ones, do not forget these ones. These ones would not have Noroxia's death be for naught. These ones will fight. Okay. Return Noroxia to Little Solace. And that I did, I think. So what do I do next? Bury me not... Oh, return to Elunid. Okay. And like I said, we have to go back to Camp Drybone. Okay. Up and out. We thank you for your service to the church and to the sylphs. You may be pleased to know that in your absence we interred the remaining scions in the Lich Shard. Perhaps you still wish to do more for your friends. If so, I would remind you that you have already done so much on their behalf. Please take a rest and set aside your burdens for now, Chad. I can do a linen bandana. I could do... Now, mithril spectacles would be cool. Disciple of War. I guess I'll do the linen bandana for a head. I didn't want inventory. I wanted the armory. So let's see. Recommended gear. Yes, the linen bandana is. Oh, very chic. Oops. I'm going to leave that. I don't want to take it away. All right. We'll take that. Now I get to run around with a bandana. But where do I go now? Back inside, I hope? Yes. Now, it's interesting. If I hadn't known this... They mentioned Marquis, but the breadcrumb wasn't there. It's like, go talk to Marquis. Yeah, no, it wasn't there. Marquis believes he is being watched. Paranoid. I'm not imagining it, Chad. I know I'm being watched. This is different. Sinister. It is as if I am under observation. The feeling comes and goes, but I felt it when last I ventured outside. Yes, I know I felt it. Will you look outside for me, please? It will only take a moment. And I know that I have to go to the grave below the graveyard, I believe. See if anyone's down there. Other than blowflies. There's the destination, and I think there's like 2 that pop up. At least 1. Search the loon shard for... yes, I've done that. Okay, now I get to go back and talk to Marquis again. So just because I've been through this before, I know that Marquis is a pivotal character in the storyline. Just not yet. He will be. You were attacked, weren't you? Are you unharmed? Thank the gods. I knew it. He was watching me. And why was he watching me? What did he want with me? Did he perhaps know something of my past? If only I could have asked him. I need to think. Please allow me a moment alone. Wait, Father Iliad must hear of this. Will you tell him for me? Well, he was standing right there. You could have eavesdropped, so it's important. I think others may come for me again. Now I need to go tell him as well. Father? Heavens forfend. That such a thing should happen on holy ground. Do you have any idea who this man is? Did you notice anything distinctive about his garb or possessions? This is Garlean steel, which means the man who was watching Marquis was... Make haste to Camp Drybone at once. We must summon the immortal flames before more Imperials come. Imperial. Okay, altered boarskin thigh boots. Those are not good. Well, the second boots. Toadskin duck bills. Nope. I guess we're going to go with this. Cutscene? It is a cutscene. Ah. This numbnuts. Hey, numbnuts. Can you, walk any slower?
I fondly hoped that I might be the first to speak with you. Would that I had been so fortunate. At ease, adventurer. I come not on behalf of the Empire. On the contrary, I mean to revive the scions of the Seventh Dawn. And to that end, I have come in search of a legend. The greatest engineer of our time, Master Cid Garland. I have come for you.
Cid? I'm Marquis.
I fear you are mistaken, child. He is but a poor soul who bore witness to the horrors at Cartano. I beg of you, leave us in peace.
Nope, he's not going to.
Wait, Hear me, Cid. Eorzea needs you.
The unveiling. Such drama.
Cid, was it? Here. These belong to you. I thought you bore the mark of greatness. It seems that I was right. Our time together was all too brief, but it felt as though my son had returned to me. You have brought joy to an old man's life. But it is time for you to help those who truly need you.
Who are you? Alfino Leveilleur, at your service. As a scion of the Seventh Dawn, I stand against our primal and imperial foes, as my grandfather once did. 'Tis no secret what befell our order at the Waking Sands. Word has already spread across Eorzea. The repercussions are far greater than you realize. In the wake of the calamity, the three city-states focused their efforts solely on reconstruction, leaving the Scions to combat the primal threat unaided.
You gotta remember, primal threats. They're primals.
And lo, we are all but destroyed. Yet even as the nations mourn our demise and abandon what little hope they have left, we cannot forsake our duty, now least of all. The Ixal have summoned Garuda once more, and she torments the people of Kurthus as we speak. Her appetite for destruction far exceeds that of other primals. Worse, in her present incarnation, our Baldessian colleagues believe she surpasses both Ifrit and Titan in strength. Yet, therein lies an opportunity. Were we somehow to defeat Garuda, it would serve as a warning to the other beast tribes that even their mightiest gods can be felled. If we are to face our foe, we must first circumvent the tempest that shields her sanctuary. And for that, we need an airship. Your airship, Sid.
I have an airship?
Yes, Sid, you do. Your very own airship. It was last seen in the skies over Gridania, not long before the calamity. So let us begin our search there.
An airship? My airship? Oh, wait.
Come, let us put an end to the Primals. Together, we will show the world that the Scions are still a force to be reckoned with.
Everyone nods. Nod, nod, nod.
They need my airship. They need me.
Whoever me is, because he has no clue yet. All right, Iliad. Let's see. Who waited behind? Father Iliad has some parting words for you and the others. What a curious twist of fate that Master Sid Garland would at last be found within our church. It defies imagination. Beg your pardon, Chad. You wish to find his airship, yes? I know not how much truth there is to it, but there is a tale known as the final flight of the Enterprise. Oh, beam me up, Scotty. Yes, okay. Which grew popular in the wake of the calamity, much like the Great Gabu Wall of Ulda. It states that the Enterprise flew northwest from Gridania towards Corthius. If true, the airship would have passed through the North Shroud, likely over Fall Gourd Float, the closest settlement to Corthus. Mayhap the Serpent Station there have records of the events that transpired that day. I had hoped you might rest from your journeys for a time, but I see that the world still has need of you and the Scions. Pray look after yourself and Sid, Chad. I shall. Speak with Alpha Mare in the Fall Gourd Float. Wherever that is. Black Shroud? Oh. Back to Gradania. Okay. Ah. Hi, Belly. How are you? Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Hey, that means I got to 20. Yes! Thank you. You made my new year. The Enterprise, you speak of Master Garland's ship. Yes. I needn't refer to the records. I know that the airship was sighted overhead 5 years ago, clearly bound for Carthus. What became of it after that, I cannot say. If you wish to know more, pray speak with Vordafart at Vordafart. That's what it says. At Forentel Spire. He was on duty that day, and I saw it with his own eyes. I'm unsure what it is you hope to accomplish, though. Even should you locate the ship, would you not need a man of Master Garland's caliber to fly it? I hear tell that the machinery is fiendishly complex. Excuse me, can you repeat that? You wish to offer your services to House Duradire? And what, pray tell, do you wish to receive in exchange? Ha! How absurd. As if we would permit an outsider to peruse the records of the observatorium. Do not mistake our courtesy for friendliness. The Holy See of Ishgard may allow foreigners to travel freely within these lands, but do not intend to offer succor to strangers. Succor. I'm a sucker. What can I say? All right. Can't use the steel armor. Can't use the linen robe. I can use the linen shirt. And let's see, get my character dressed appropriately. Linen shirt and the boarskin thigh boots. I forgot. I can get both of those on. Oh, he's getting less dressed in the snow. Lovely. I like the other boots. They look better. Sir Ludovois is doing his utmost to intimidate you into leaving. Yeah, but I don't intimidate easily. Hello and have mercy. Are you still here? You may take shelter within our walls if you insist, but do not distract me while I am on duty. We're stretched thin as it is. And where in hell's is that knight I sent out on patrol? He should have returned ages ago. Perhaps I have a use for you after all. If you still wish to aid us, search the wilds to the west for my missing man. You will know him by his uniform. That of House Durandare, as is mine. Let's take a look at his uniform real quick. Well, he's got a helmet and he's got chainmail. And I guess like the fleur-de-lis things is probably their symbol, maybe. I don't know. I don't remember that one. Okay, where do I need to go in order to find this guy? You said go to the west, right? Oh, okay, he's over there. All right, let's go find him. Is he up the hill? Oh, I've got all these snow puppies I have to deal with, too. Oh, and the big dude over there. Well, the big dude is not something I'm going to go deal with. He'll hand my ass to me, I think. All right, this guy is stinking of... Yeah, hooded. Yes, exactly as I thought. Got him. Okay, keeled overnight. Keeled overnight. Is he wearing the same outfit? He is. He's got the fleur-de-lis. I never noticed that. Okay. If it wasn't for you, sir, I reckon they would have finished me off. What is his... Well, I can't. Yeah, I can. Oh, that's what his symbol looks like. The bell with the two things. Okay. If it wasn't for you, sir, I reckon I would have been finished. They would have finished me off. Despicable, dragging-loving bastard spit. Death was a mercy they didn't deserve. I prayed the rumors were mistaken, but this confirms the worst. I must immediately inform my superiors that the heretics are operating within this region. Fare thee well, friend. And now I have to go back and talk to his boss. Back on my fat chocobo. I must say, I didn't actually expect you to find my knight, much less rescue him. I see I may have been premature in my judgment, sir. We are a proud people, beholden to tradition, but that does not mean we are without humility. I shall instruct the astrologians to entertain your request. However, understand that it is ultimately their decision whether or not you may peruse their records. Pray proceed to the observatorium and introduce yourself to Ed Melee? Just go in and talk to somebody. Oh, where do I go? Up. Up the snowy ramp. And then up this way? Yeah, here's the tower. Inside. Ed Melee. Ah, the gentlemen come to search of the airship. This is highly unorthodox. Whatever could Sir Lodovois be thinking? It is true that we maintain meticulous records which stretch back generations. However, because this information is used to chart Daravian... that guy scared me. Daravanian activity, access is strictly controlled. One can never be too careful with heretics and their sympathizers lurking about. If you would persist with your inquiries, pray to seek an audience with Chief Astrologian Forlemort up above. Now, there's a lot of up above, so I'm going to jump on my Phoenix and go up. Yep, not here. Still further higher up. Oh, this one is really kind of tough to deal with. Okay, Forlemort. No, absolutely not. Have you any inkling what it is you ask? Yeah, of course it is. I like his hat. Were our records to fall into the wrong hands, it could change the course of a war which has raged for generations. I speak not of some mere spat between the South-run nations. Ours is a holy crusade. We are arbiters of Hallone's will. I will not put our great nation at risk. Certainly not to help a foreigner locate a missing airship of all things. Pardon an intrusion, Forlemort. I wish to speak with you regarding the recent... Oh, I did not realize you have a guest. Yeah, I'm standing right here. Inquisitor Galame, you honor us with your presence, sir. The gentleman was just leaving. Okay. Ah, you must be the one who rescued House Durader's knight from those heretics. Countless they feel indebted to you. I am told you seek an airship last seen in Corthus 5 years ago, yes? You come to us at an inconvenient time, I fear. Much has changed in the intervening years, and little for the better. While I wish you the best of luck in your search, I would also strongly advise caution. The snows can come quickly in Corthis. One moment you may feel as though you have a firm grasp on your surroundings, safe and secure in your knowledge, and the next you may find yourself in a wholly unfamiliar situation, blind to the dangers hidden by the blizzard. It would be wise for you to focus on a single landmark whilst traveling. Do not give in to the temptation and deviate from your course. But I do that all the time. That's my modum operandum. Get lost. I was not aware you aided House Duradare in that fashion. Thank you, sir. Nevertheless, my decision stands. I cannot give you what you seek. Like this guy's little tiny specula. He's got the little glasses there. Purple, my favorite color too. Josiah is attempting to attract your attention. You have my attention. You there, sir. I could not help but overhear your conversation with Chief Astrologian. There may be a way I can assist you, but it would require that you perform for me a favor in exchange. Of course, nothing for free. An associate of mine has yet to return from his expedition to the cliffs east of the observatorium. He was adamant that he could conduct his observations alone. Despite the presence of Ixal in that vicinity, if you would seek out this astrologian and confirm that he is well, it would be a great comfort to me. If I don't see you before then, have a good day, have a good afternoon, definitely have a good evening. Love you all. Thanks for the follows today. I got to level 20. I'll have to figure out what my next goal is, and I'll see you soon. Bye now.